क्या प्रोसेस रहेगा सर बताइए कोई हो रहा था मेरा एडमिशन सोचो देयर शोकेस देयर टेक्नोलॉजी किस तरह से बच्चों को एडमिशन रहेगा क्या प्रोसेस रहेगा
तो टीम इसमें स्टार्टअप में और जो दूसरे बच्चों के लिए इस तरह से बेनिफिशियल रहेगा and I think after very long time I would say for the first time probably we are having such kind of R&D fair in which academia will showcase the technologies which it wants to push to the market and the industry is also going to come, so we are very upbeat about it.
कैलकुलेट करके यूजुअली ऐसे होता है ना इमेज प्रोसेसिंग में, जैसे मेरा हाथ है तो इफ आई वांट टू मैच इट विद माय हैंड ओनली, आई हैव टू गिव वन टेम्पलेट एंड देन मैच इट. Yes, that is not happening here. We had already calculated the camera with respect to distance, and once I know that if some object is there, उसका ये डाया ही मार रहा है, the dia will be correct, and then
रिबन कटिंग दिखाते हैं रिबन कटिंग पता ही नहीं लगा मैं ऐसे कवर कर रहा था
मैं कह नहीं लगे थे मैं गाँव वाले मैं आवाज ही मारता
carrying it one is better than one candidate for 5 years.
with now. So that machine is designed in such a manner.
These two devices are TRL 9. They have already been commercialized. This is UV-safe disinfection. Used in IPL 2020. This has already been commercialized. We basically put the water into the steps that we followed from ideation to the product development. This is a carbon sanitizer where it removes all germs from cars or trucks. So all of this is done by using water for different bacteria and viruses. This is specifically more oxygen from normal oxygen without taking
मैंने आपके
अरे नहीं थोड़ा सा चेंज प्रोग्राम हो गया आपके एक हिसाब
create the water quality in the water body. Create the pollutants from the water as well as to create the without oxygen content in the water. To use oxygen in water, we need to increase the equilibrium. And in agriculture, to increase the productivity of the plant because plants require CO2. And if we provide CO2, then we increase the production. This for the farmers, what is the potential cost of farmer activity? Farmers कितने क्या farmer? कितने का machine लेके अगर hectares के हिसाब से four different models है हमारे पास और we use this particular machine for 1 to 2 hectares of area of farming plants. It's around 1.5 million. Farmers space single machine is available. And only serve one or two hectares. One or two acres. One or two hectares being नीचे ले आओ सब जो कर रहे हैं
Yes, sir. So these are solar panels, and you can charge your mobile phones, your laptops around it. There's Wi-Fi services, so all kinds of all the public businesses, all powered through solar. And we are started from Punjab.
What is the efficiency of this panel?
So the panel is about 20%. So these are commercial panels. We are like again connecting various to the station, fire station.
These are portable and आपका इसमें इनोवेशन क्या है? ये वो सारा सोलर पैनल हमारा कैसे भी कन्फिगरेशन लगा आपका यूनिकनेस क्या है?
Sir, power management that we are doing. So in very low energy, charging.
And it has been tested, it is effective, effectiveness has been tested. It's getting tested, it's not being tested. Cooling system refrigeration principle you are using. Right. How much you are able to generate per hour for cleaning? Per hour. does it participate in this this is good enough for the house.
Every partnership helps you grow and magic can happen when working in collaboration instead of silos. In knowledge era, industry academia collaboration is paramount. For this purpose, DST Technology Enabling Center, in collaboration with CII, has organized this industry academia meet. Respected advisor to UT administration, Shri Dharampalji, DUI Professor Renovich, Shri Amit Thapar, Chairman CII Punjab, Dr. Anita Agarwal, DST Government of India New Delhi, Professor N.S. Vyas, IIT Kanpur, Dr. P.J. Singh, Vice Chairman CII Punjab, Professor C.R. Suri, Punjab University, Professor Rupinder Tiwari, Punjab University, distinguished guests from both the fraternity, industries and academia, and dear participants. I, Mamta Bhardwaj, on behalf of Punjab University, welcome you to this prestigious event. This platform aims to bridge the gap between industry and academia and encourages you all to embark on the real issues. So welcome you all again. Without wasting much time, I now invite Professor Manu Sharma to deliver the welcome remark and brief about the event and exhibition. Professor Manu Sharma.
It's a matter of great pleasure that today we are organizing CRIKC CII exhibition in collaboration with CII and Chandigarh administration. So in this exhibition, most of the institutes of Chandigarh region, Punjab University, Punjab Engineering College, CCET, NITR, CSIO, IIT Ropar, IIT Jammu, IIT Roorkee, Chitkara University, Riyadh Bahara Group, all institutes have, they are showcasing the technologies which they wish to send to the market. So I welcome everyone for sparing valuable time and for your presence here. Thank you.
Now I would like to invite Professor Rupinder Tiwari to deliver the talk. Before this, I would like to take the opportunity to introduce you, sir. Professor Rupinder Tiwari is the founder of Department of Microbial Biotechnology and mentor of DST Technology Enabling Center.
founder of DST Center for Policy Research, BIREC Center for Innovation Cluster, and DPIT IPR Chair at Punjab University. Professor Tiwari has also the proud alumnus of the university and has a rich experience of over 45 years in the domain of academics and policy making. Professor Tiwari is the recipient of the prestigious Rockefeller Biotechnology Fellowship USA and Commonwealth Academic Staff Scholarship UK. He has, to his credit, over 100 research publications in national and international journals.
Thank you very much. Honorable members on the dais, off the dais, respectable industry members, my colleagues and students, very good afternoon, one and all. Honestly, I'm very surprised that I'm the first speaker. I thought I was the last speaker. Like Manu told, like this is an exhibition where the academia has come up with some technologies which are at various stages of PNL 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 9. And industry people are here to look at this if they are interested in this kind of technologies. So this is a very small venture which CRIKC, DST Technology Enabling Center, along with CRIKC, they have organized. And it's a very small effort in the beginning. In case industry people, they find some lacunas in that, please put it in a way so that the students and the researchers, they remain motivated. Maybe like they say the technology readiness level is like 1, 2, or 3, maybe some they claim they're 9. It may not be there. It may not be there. Right? So this is my experience what has happened earlier also. So this is small request. Now coming to this industry academia programs, it is over 100 years old. You talk to anybody, you go to any higher institute, they talk about industry academia and everybody's an expert on that, including myself. But when almost a decade back, when I was heading DST Center for Policy Research, it was one of the 5 centers established by the Government of India, DST. So the mandate was, how can we promote public-private partnership in IIT? So industry academia is an important component of that. And honestly, like I had told DST that I'll work on industry academia because I want my fingers selling my technologies to industry. Then I realized, I didn't know even 1% of what is industry academia interaction. So we started on this journey in DST Center. Anita ji was there with us from DST. So we together, DST team and Punjab University team, DC Center. So we started working on it. And we come up with a few books and so many recommendations and so many reports, over a dozen reports we have submitted. And DST was very happy over it, and we are very happy that some of the suggestions which we have taken forward, they have been put into practice. And one of them is this Technology Enabling Center. So when we studied models of IITs in India and in other countries, there are 7 countries which are called innovation countries. So what are the models, practices? So what we found, one thing which is common is there is a gap. The gap of industry and academia, because you people work on different domains. Yours is more on the financial thing, we are more on the education side. It is everywhere it's the same. But in between they have a bridge, like in UK they call it technology advisors, somewhere they call it different names. So that was our suggestion, even in IITs, like in Delhi, so they put FIT. So which acts as a bridge. They would understand what we are doing in the universities, in the higher education institutes. They will take it to the industry. And they are also with the industry to find out their problems. So this is the model which exists in our country also, but in IITs. That is suggested that there are other universities which are doing good in these things, and in innovation of these things. But this is the thing which is lacking. So DST then came up with this, let's start this technology enabling centers. These are nothing but a service provider. They don't do any R&D, but they have the people which are being funded by the DST, IPR expert, business expert, managers of different domains, which go to the industry and try to find the linkages and the problems. So Manu, yes, we are all very proud of him. I call him Manu, he's a professor. So we are very proud of Manu, he's put in a lot of efforts. इसको सिर्फ कुछ नहीं दिखता, सिर्फ industry दिखाई देती है. and we are reaping the harvest of that. So recently, Badi cluster the problem scheme of this treatment plants. So over 20 lakh project they have given to Punjab University, IT Road, MIT Monaco Institute, and Technology Enabling Center was given rupees 2 lakhs for this, making this thing to happen. Right? So yes, we are taking some steps as a mentor. I'm very proud of it, what we are doing. This is all. I think I don't want to take too much of time. But lastly, this region in India, I can tell you with full confidence, the kind of national research labs, number of national research labs, IITs we have in this region, PEC is also there, right? And the industry is in good numbers. ऐसा नहीं है, लुधियाना industry, Panipat industry, these clusters, one to one in Badi. So, ये सारा जो cluster है, इसके लिए academia के पास expertise is available. In case your problem we cannot solve, we will not stop that we do not have a technology. Then we will go to other places. We have contacts, we have networking with science and technology clusters which are coming up in India. 7th one is coming up in Chandigarh, which is going to be the biggest cluster funded by Office of PSA. It will cater to the needs of the industry from the state of Punjab, Haryana, Himachal, and UP. The headquarters is going to be Punjab University. Maybe in 3-4 months' time, we are hopeful we'll have this one. So with this, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for such a wonderful talk. And I must say you are real flag bearer of this domain industry campaign interaction and public-private partnership. Thank you again, sir. Now I would like to invite Professor C.R. Suri for the next talk. And before this, I would like to introduce you, sir. Dr. C.R. Suri is a mentor and advisor of DST Technology Enabling Center at Punjab University, Chandigarh. He has worked as professor and head of the Nano Biotechnology and Biosciences Group at CSIR IMTech, Chandigarh. Professor Suri is also the alumnus of Punjab University, Chandigarh. He has authored more than 100 refereed papers and international presentations, including several patents in his name and many national and international awards. We welcome you, sir.
Very warm welcome all the dignitaries sitting on the dais, my fellow members from the academia and my near and dear friend from industries. I basically take the liberty because I started my career as an academician and then converted to the researcher and then became a little bit involved in some industries. So I have all the base of all these three domains which are very strong for the sustainability of the country economic growth. Because you know these academia and industry, what I call AI of today. AI means artificial intelligence, but AI, academia, industry, they are a very strong pillar for the country, for the economic development. Their continuous interfacing with each other is very important today for solving the industrial problem which basically industries are facing today, so that basically they come up what the country basically is looking forward. As you all know, that our major resources, the knowledge generation, are basically start from the academia. And then it is basically transformed to the industry. Industry take this as a basically what the initial seeding, initial startup has been taking place, and then convert this knowledge to the wealth. So because interacting these two become very, very important. And today we are very lucky that with this BUTech, Punjab University Technology Enabling Center, has taken this lead in this region where all we can see the academia from nearby institutions of this region, Chandigarh region, and industry from all this Haryana, Punjab, Himachal, and even remote area, they have come under the same platform and then sharing their knowledge. And that way, basically, we are also thankful to the Department of Science Technology, Dr. Mrs. Anita is sitting here. They visualize this concept. Of course, as we all know, that we have so many institutions in India and around 1,000 universities of very excellent, doing excellent work. We also have national institutes, more than 2,215, 220. All basically they are involved in a very great quality of research. But the problem was basically how this, whatever the output they have basically generated, how this will go to the field, how the industry will come forward to take this basically whatever has been generated into the institutions. So now DST basically conceptualized this concept, and then they opened couple of basic couple of technology level center. The major concern of this role of technology level center was mining the technology, what basically available in the research institution or universities, assessment of this technology, whatever basically has been generated, and also the need of the industry, what basically they are looking forward. So the role was not only limited to this assessment on evolution of the technology, they are also becoming as a point of contact. Like we say, point of care in diagnostic, where one device is responsible for all contact. Similarly, here the point of contact will be the enabling center, technology enabling center. So that way, Punjab University Technical Enabling Center is doing the excellent work, bringing all the industry of the nearby, understanding their problems, they are understanding their needs, taking the academia, what technology basically they are having with them, and then basically making this networking with these two together. So I really look forward to a bright future of this Punjab University Technology Center to make a complete ecosystem of this network, what basically today we are seeing in front of us. Almost all big tech industries, they have come, and the credit also goes to our CII Vice President, Professor Singh, Dr. Singh. He is the instrumental basically behind bringing all the industry into this network. So once again, I see a great thumb to this our PUTech under the leadership of Dr. Manu and also association with Dr. Singh. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I would like to invite Dr. PJ Singh. Before this, I would like to say some line about Dr. Singh. So we are proud to say that Dr. PJ Singh is the alumnus of Punjab University as well. He has done Masters in Pharmacy from Punjab University and obtained his doctorate degree from European Continental University, USA. Dr. Singh is Managing Director of Tylenol Orthotics Mohali, and I am glad to announce that Tylenol today is #1 brand in India for orthopedic appliances and fracture aids. Tylenol gives direct employment to around 1800 people, mainly underprivileged women. So sir has many national and international awards to his credit, like National Award of Best Entrepreneur of India 2010 by President of India, Srimati Pratima Devi. Okay, all right, that's
so, dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, industry friends, and great scientists and researchers, those who have come together. See, we all know technology has shrunk the world, and now world is one market. It is great for the consumer, but it is definitely a big challenge for the industry of the developing nations. We have to compete against the best in the world. On the other hand, like Professor Suri said, that academia is the hub of knowledge, hub of all the innovation, novelties, and cutting-edge technologies are being created every day in these great institutes. And good to know that around Chandigarh and this area has about more than 30 STEM institutes, as we call as the Science, Technology, Engineering and Mathematics institutes. But still what we find is that whatever great work being done there is not being translated to the industry, it is not getting commercialized, and there is no formal model where industry-academia partnership can actually happen. So, PUTech and CII, with the help of our chairman, Mr. Amit Thapar, we started one experiment. So I would like to talk about this experiment. This experiment was, okay, why not bring industry and the scientists of the same domain into one platform, under one platform, and this is what we started calling them as interface clubs. So this was headed by an interface champion from the industry. तो ये एक्सपेरिमेंट हमने स्टार्ट किया, तो इसके जो सेलिएंट फीचर्स है ना, वो सबसे पहला क्या है कि कट द जार्गन, देसी भाषा में इनफॉर्मली लेट अस मीट रेगुलरली. तो मीटिंग्स कहाँ पे होंगी? इंडस्ट्री के अंदर, गैम्बा, है ना? गैम्बा के मीन्स एज यू कॉल दैट इफ इंडस्ट्री के फ्लोर के ऊपर फ्लोर पे होंगी, एंड द रियल प्रॉब्लम द साइंटिस्ट द एकेडमिशियन कैन एक्चुअली सी कि प्रॉब्लम आ क्या रही है. सो दैट्स द फर्स्ट सेलिएंट फीचर कि जार्गन कट करके इंडस्ट्री फ्लोर के ऊपर हम जाके डिस्कशन करते हैं. द सेकंड थिंग इज कि इनकी ऑर्गेनाइज मंथली मीटिंग्स हैं जहां पे एक्चुअल में प्रॉब्लम्स दी जाती हैं और साइंटिस्ट को बोला जाता है कि आप प्लीज अपनी टेक्नोलॉजी बताइए. नाउ वेरी रेलेवेंट टेक्नोलॉजीज आर देन अंडरस्टूड एंड द initiation happens for, let us say, how do we transfer this technology, because what we have found is that technologies developed at the institutes are half-baked, they are not fully ready to be transferred. तो वहां से initiation start होती है, तो academia उसको वापस लेके जाता है, उसको और bake करता है और फिर industry ready करता है. इसके अंदर the third part is that we have developed a model where all the documentation, हमें NDA, CDA साइन करने पड़ते हैं, एक एग्रीमेंट बनाना पड़ता है, एक इनिशियल प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट देनी पड़ती है इंडस्ट्री को क्या सॉल्व करवाना है. तो इसके बड़े इजी फॉर्मेट्स बनाए हैं. सो दिस इज द थर्ड सेलिएंट फीचर ऑफ दिस कि आराम से ये डॉक्यूमेंटेशन जो नॉर्मली बड़ा टाइम लेती है, टिकलिश होती है, दिक्कत करती है, वो हमने पहले सॉल्व कर दी. पेमेंट कैसे होगी उसका भी एक हमने एक छोटा सा मॉडल बनाया. एक और काम है, सेलिएंट फीचर क्या है इस क्लब का कि देयर इज एम्पावर्ड कमेटी, व्हाट वी कॉल एज एम्पावर्ड कमेटी ऑफ मेंटर्स, कि इनकी देखरेख में ये डील होती है इंडस्ट्री और एकेडेमिया की, राइट, साइंटिस्ट और इंडस्ट्री की. एज अ रिजल्ट देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ ट्रस्ट बोथ साइड्स, एंड व्हाट वी हैव सीन दैट पीपल हैव कम ओपनली टू पार्टिसिपेट. तो अभी हमने ये सारा प्रोग्राम, ये सारा एक्सपेरिमेंट 3 महीने पुरानी बात है, एंड वी हैव कम टू अ स्टेज कि ऑलरेडी हमने तकरीबन 8 मीटिंग्स कर चुके हैं 3 महीनों में. ऑलमोस्ट एवरी 10 डेज वी हैव अ मीटिंग. एंड द लास्ट मीटिंग हमने जब करी तो 19 प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट्स वर गिवन टू अबाउट 30 साइंटिस्ट, एंड दीज साइंटिस्ट came from all these institutes. They included, I think, from IIT, from Punjab Engineering College, from Punjab University, Institute of Nanotechnology, and then Chitkara. And I'm very happy that Professor Khosla himself was there to kind of take it forward. So a lot of enthusiasm was there, and these 19 so-called problem statements were given. What I see is this is just a beginning. We have to have trust in each other. And I am sure all the right stakeholders are coming together so as to make this a reality. This model should work, and I am sure that in the coming days the enthusiasm will take slowly to a very structured approach towards industry academia partnership, and I see there will be a lot of growth of the industry, lot of growth of the economy of this region. So with these words, I would like to thank each one of you, the scientists who have actively come forward to work with the industry, and the industry members who have become the members of these so-called clubs. I congratulate everybody, and I congratulate Professor Manu, who has kind of brought us all together on this platform. I also congratulate Mr. Jagmeet, CII, my chairman, Mr. Amit Thapar, those who have really worked so as to bring this into a reality. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Our next guest is Mr. Amit Thapar, who is currently working as chairman of CII Punjab and holds a board position in Entrepreneurs Organization Punjab. We welcome you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. I have actually some notes in my mobile and some on paper. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Namaskar, Sat Shri Akal. At the outset, let me extend my profound gratitude to Shri Dharapal ji, advisor to the administrator, Chandigarh administration, Professor Vyas and all the dignitaries present here. I also welcome members of the industry, scientists, and all the delegates who are participating here. It is indeed a pleasure to be part of this Industrial Solutions and Tech Expo, and while I acknowledge the wonderful being done by the teams from Punjab University and CRIKC, I must actually here compliment Dr. P.J. Singh. Without his efforts, this all would have not been possible. You know, when he took over as a chairman, vice chairman of CII, the first opening statement he made was Industry-Academia Partnership. I asked him, Dr. Sahab, आप करते हैं क्या? मतलब टाइम ऑन के अंदर we all have some positions in our companies, and he said मैं कुछ नहीं करता, मैं पढ़ाता हूँ. So that is what I do. I said what? I train people and I teach. That is what I do in my company, my factory. Everything is managed professionally. So that is the kind of passion he has for academia, for teaching, for training. So I'm sure we are in safe hands. Collaboration between industry and academia is the key to catalyze innovation and growth in technology. While industry often focuses on addressing solutions that are near-term commercial value, academia focuses on building new knowledge through research and imparting education to students. This combination can yield accelerated developments of new breakthroughs. So let us discuss कि R&D actually है क्या? It's a very misunderstood term. We have to separate out research and development. These are two different things altogether. Development is doing new things for commercial advantage. Innovation is very, very important part of development. So what happens is, when we talk about development, research is something which is imparting knowledge. It might be of commercial use or not. But development necessarily for us as an industry has to yield some kind of a commercial value. That is the purpose we start developing a goods. Something, what we do all the time in our manufacturing units is, we do a lot of reverse engineering. बाजार से कुछ खरीद के ले आते हैं, जो चीज़ import हो रही है, उसको खोलेंगे, उसको बोलेंगे यार ये चीज़ develop कर दे, because we know this is already there in the market. It's easy money. That is, what used to happen was we used to indigenize the technology by reverse engineering. We used to replace imported goods. Now, with the cheap manpower and with the automation available, we have started replacing countries also. We started exporting those goods also. So that is what development actually, plays an important role. But when we talk about research is primarily something which is, I would say, is not done with the purpose of sole getting commercial benefit out of it. And that is where the gap emerges. Industry wants development, academia wants research. They are after knowledge, we are after money. I'm being very bluntly honest with you all. That's the gap which we need to bridge. But when these two come together, and there are immense examples, because I belong to Ludhiana, I can give you an example of PAU and CTR, when the institutes opened in 1960s and 70s. The kind of development they made and the research they made, which percolated down the industry, which helped us to become an immense industrial hub. So let's talk about some statistics. India spends 0.7% of its GDP on R&D. China is spending 2.2% of its GDP on R&D. Korea 4.8%, Brazil 1.8%. I'm just naming those countries who are our peers. I'm not talking about US, Netherlands, UK, where the spending is much higher. Just imagine, China's GDP is 5 times that of India,
and they are spending 2.2% of their GDP on research, and we are at 0.7. So 3 into 5, their spending on research is 15 times than ours. India's R&D growth has stagnated in the last 4 decades. This was our R&D spend even in 1970s, 80s, and in after 2021, still we are there at about 0.7% of our GDP. But if we consider the amount of research and development which the foreign companies are getting done in India, this figure comes to about 1.2%, which means more than Indian companies, the foreign industry is getting their more research done in India than the Indian companies. The reason is very, very simple. We have something, immensely powerful. We have the cheap manpower for research. There's an immense opportunity. Nobody can do research cheaper than India. That is the kind of manpower, that is the kind of academic strength we have. The study also shows there is one big difference which I would like to point out. Generally, in all the top 20 researching countries in the world, which do about 75% of the world's research, about 15 to 25% of the research is done in universities, about 60-65% by industry, and just about 10 to 15% by government institutes. And in India, the figures are 7% by the universities, 35% by the industry, and 60-65% is done by the government research institutes. For example, DRDO, ISRO. So our actual, if we actually talk about the industry spending on research, it would be probably 0.2-0.3%. That is where we stand, and this needs to change. And I'm not blaming academia for this. Industry has to blame. Probably industry will have to change. I mean, when the survey was done for about 2,500 companies, top researching companies in the world to spend, only 29 were Indian, 523 were Chinese, 100 were Korean. And let me tell you, research का क्या होता है कि over the period of years, कौन सी industry के अंदर research आनी है भी change हो जाता है. In 19th century, textiles was the emerging hub. A lot of research used to happen in textiles. That is how England, textile industry prospered. Now there are 5 industries which account for world's 80% of research: pharma, auto, technology, hardware, software, and electronics. And in India, there are only 3 sectors which spend 80% of the money on research. 80% of India's spending on research is just in 3 sectors: pharma, auto, and software. So what I'm telling you is that these are the low-hanging fruits. If the researchers, if you want to make research, money out of your research, go in for these 3 sectors. But if you just want to gain knowledge and money is not the final aim, then do your own thing. Nobody is stopping you from anything. So these were some of the statistics. To remain competitive, manufacturers need state-of-the-art information and communication technology to improve productivity and shorten product development cycles. देखिए, innovation जब तक नहीं होगी, competition इतना ज़्यादा strong है. I'll just give you one example and then I'll end my address here. Take example of music industry. In 1970s, we used to have these LP records, which were, in 10 years or 20 years, substituted by tapes. तो tape आती थी ना, वो tape recorder के अंदर. And then in 1990s, late 90s, we got the CDs. CDs के बाद में क्या हुआ? Suddenly 2007, we found this beautiful instrument called as iPod. Everybody used to have iPod, 2,000 songs. मैंने इतने GB वाला लिया है, 10,000 songs. Where is iPod gone? मैं hardware की तो बात ही नहीं कर रहा. Does everybody carry an iPod these days? Suddenly then we had this, phone which used to do the work of iPod. And finally, उस phone की भी storage गई. वो कहता है app है Spotify में जाओ. You have unlimited library, pay 200 rupees, and the music is at your doorstep. What has happened to those CDs, those people who had set up so big, such a big man? That is the kind of disruption which industry has to go through, and if we do not take care, if research is not our part, we will not be able to sustain. With these words, I would like to compliment the organizers on behalf of CII and like to commit our wholehearted support to this initiative, helping our research community commercialize their projects. I mean, commitment is there of commercializing the research projects, but it's not a promise. It's easier said than done. And realize the true potential through active support from the industry. Jai Hind, thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for such a wonderful talk. Our next guest is Dr. Anita Agarwal, who is the head of the Technology Development Transfer Division at DST, Government of India, New Delhi. The main mandate of the division is to promote development and commercialization of indigenous technologies and adaptation of modern technology for wider applications. Welcome you.
Good morning, all the dignitaries who are sitting on the other side of the audience, and the most valuable, our industry partners, innovators and young students who are sitting on the other side. I'm really happy to see that we have no bias today. We are sitting at the same level, facing each other and trying to find solutions to this age-old problem of industry-academia interaction. Being from DST, I would like to apprise you how we are trying to address this innovation ecosystem in the country and how we are trying to fuel the innovations. So with the continuous efforts of the government, you will be, or many of you must be knowing that in Global Innovation Index, now our position has risen to 40. So, and this has happened over a period of 2-3 years. From 80 position, we have reached 40. And as far as publications is concerned, I'm talking about pure research, so we are the third in the world. So we have reached a level of excellence. Wherever we have put our foot down, we have been shining. So as far as publications are concerned, the numbers we have achieved. Now the next important parameter is the quality. So where do we stand in the terms of quality? By quality, I mean the research that we are doing, the publications that we are doing. What kind of quality do they hold as far as new knowledge generation is concerned? Or how that knowledge can be converted into technology and innovation to attain the supremacy in the innovation ecosystem. So DST has different schemes in our kitty, starting from the basic research, those who want to do the blue sky research, they want to generate new knowledge. Eventually this new knowledge will be used, will be converted into technology, and later it will become gain the market supremacy and become an innovation. So those schemes are there where you can, like any researcher who is interested in doing basic research, so they have those plenty of opportunities are there by different funding agencies where they can do the basic research and address their quest to explore something new. And then we have technology group. So where you have some proof of concept and you want to raise the TRL level of the technology, you want to demonstrate your technology. So Government of India has various schemes where they fund the researchers and in collaboration with industry. So industry can be a partner in terms of sharing their facilities or the knowledge that they already have, or they can share their problems also, and they can financially also support this kind of research. Where we are looking for a solution, a practical solution to the problem which can be actually implemented and tried in the field. So we need a strong support from industry in that front. So beyond the technology group, then we have a program for this thriving startup ecosystem. So and initially, like 5 years back, there were only 400 startups which were registered with the Government of India, and that number has now gone beyond 55,000. As far as academic institutes are concerned, these startups are a very good platform if you want to take your technology to the next level. Because when we interact with our industry counterparts, so they have expressed these issues. When they interact with the institutes, there are a lot of shackles and bottlenecks. They don't know whom to approach, and then institutes, they have their own rate policies, how to transfer the technology and how to work on the collaborative project. Every institute has a different policy, so there is no uniformity. So industry finds it's really challenging when they have to work with academic institutes. However, they can easily acquire the startups and take the technologies from the startups. So startups, as far as the institutes are concerned, is a very good vehicle to give the technology to the industry. So we have a program where incubators are supported, and through incubators we support the startups. So we are sector agnostic as far as GST is concerned. We are not confined to any particular sector. So we cover all the sectors. And when it comes to industry, we have Technology Development Board, which provides assistance to industries in form of soft loan and as far as and equity also for commercialization of technology. So technology, the main stakeholder for Technology Development Board is industry who wants to commercialize a new technology. It could be in-house developed technology, or it could be licensed technology also from any industry, or it could be an imported technology which we are trying to adapt for Indian scenario. So they are supporting 50% of the total project cost, and 50% some you have to manage from other industries, and they have some they ask for some collaterals also. So right now we are in the process of making some guidelines for startups also, where startups can also get support from us for scaling up their technologies leading to commercialization. So these are the few initiatives in our department where we are trying to support this thriving innovation ecosystem. And I compliment Professor Sharma and the kind of gathering we have here. So I think if all of us sitting together with mutual dialogue cannot address this issue and bring academia and industry close together, nobody else can do it. So here we have academicians, we have students, we have able industries who understand the importance of academic research and who are willing to take those technologies. So all sitting together in the same room, and the administrators are also there, and the government representatives are also there. So we can devise and work on new policies and develop new systems to work together and take these technologies to the conclusive end. And in this direction, our division has started these technology enabling centers. In first phase, we have given 11 centers to different universities, and in second phase, we have approved 11 more centers in different parts of the country. So we are trying to cover the whole ecosystem, and we are not discriminating between private universities, state university or central university. Uniformly on the basis of their competence, their ability to work with the industry was the criteria to select these technology enabling centers. So enabling is the key word. So how do we enable our industry, our society by taking the fruits of technology to the poorest of the poor, to the lowest strata of the society. So this is the objective behind having these centers. So at least everybody should be sensitized for the about the importance of the technology, on working on the technology, and then how to take the technology and propagate it to the masses. So my compliments to the organizing team and the hosts in the university also, and I believe this event will definitely yield us very good fruits, and we will be able to pinpoint few technologies here which can be taken to the next level. If such technologies are identified by the industry, and if they need some incremental R&D on those technologies, so and they are willing to partner, so GST will be happy to support such technology.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And one thing I would like to share with you all that ma'am has played a crucial role in the establishment of DST Center for Policy Research at Punjab University, Chandigarh, and Technology Enabling Center, as well as Biomedical Hub at CII, Chandigarh. And I personally have worked under the supervision and support of ma'am. And thank you so much again, ma'am, for being here. Our next guest is Professor N.S. Vyas, who is currently working as professor with Department of Mechanical Engineering at IIT Kanpur. The pilot project for ushering in Industry 4.0 in the country was initiated under his leadership during his tenure as chairman at the Technology Mission for Indian Railways, Ministry of Railways, Government of India. We welcome you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am, and a very good morning to all of you. I am indeed very grateful to Dr. Manu Sharma who have invited me here at the instigation of Dr. Anita Agarwal. I'm really very happy and excited to see the developments that have taken place in this technology enabling center. When I was talking to Dr. Tiwari in the morning, he said, "अरे इतनी भीड़ हो गई है, मैंने मनु को कहा था कोई अच्छी जगह इसको करते हैं। ये कहाँ कम्युनिटी सेंटर में इन्होंने कर दिया है। So, but sir, I beg to differ. Rather than having it in a conference hall where regular conferences are held, this is more appropriate because this is more like a community center.
It is a community center.
It is a marriage hall, in fact, where you have all sorts of arrangements for making a marriage successful. And here we are, the academia and the industry, trying to relate to each other, and some marriage is already performed. So this is a very appropriate setting. And as Amita said, there is no dais also. So we have dignitaries on both sides and obviously dignitaries on the other side, who are probably more important than the dignitaries on this side. So the setting is perfect. And I'm happy to see that when we started this technology enabling center program in the DST with Anita Ji and Dr. Leena Sharma and Dr. Upinder was also part of it. The idea was to take the initiatives to the university system in the country, where some of the major universities get picked up and they are provided initial support where they can act as hubs for spokes in that region and connecting those spokes in that region. I'm very happy to see that out of the 22 or 20 odd centers that DST supported, this is probably the most successful center. So the DST has performed its job. The DST has performed the marriage. Now making this marriage successful and making the family grow is up to the two partners or the multiple partners that you have here. It is indeed a very powerful network that I see here, and it fulfills all the perspective points that we had developed for the technology enabling center about 3 or 4 years ago. A lot of work has been done, but still there is much more to be done and delivered, because having established a center, having established a framework for the hub and spokes, the technology still remains to be delivered. There are innovations at different technology readiness levels which are on display in the ground floor, but they still need to be translated into technology. The needs of industry and the varied industry that you have in Chandigarh is truly very impressive. The needs of the industry is to be understood very meticulously and methodically while cutting out all the jargon, as you said. It needs to be documented very clearly and needs to be addressed, and at all the times it may not be possible that you are able to address the needs through the 31 centers or 29 centers of technology that you have in this region. Because you need people who will ultimately deliver this. You need experts in that particular domain, in those various different streams that you have established, and you need working groups and top quality boys and girls, men and women in those groups. They need to be found out, they need to be supported, they need to be given good salaries so that they are the best in the country. For example, if you want to have some people in Industry 4.0, you need some very good people in instrumentation. They will not come from peanuts. You will have to first of all get them, nurture them, train them and sustain them over a period of at least 5 years. That platform needs to be established. That money has to come from somewhere. You need people in instrumentation, you need people, good people in mechanical design. You need good people in electronic design. Everybody cannot do mechanical design properly. Most of the people don't understand dynamics. Most of the persons don't understand whether faculty members, students, wherever they are. Industrial type of electronics, industrial type of design is done in a very, very specialized manner. Such people have to be identified. Such people have to be nurtured over a period of time. And they need to be supported financially also. So this beginning is not enough. More money is required. Like we have been talking to, and Anitaji knows about it, we have been talking in the state of Madhya Pradesh to bring in now the support of the state government also for this the initial funding is provided by DSP. Now the state government should come in and provide some funding to establish centers of excellence on these 4 or 5 technology areas that you have identified: agriculture, biotechnology, engineering. So on the top of these technology enabling centers, you need at least 5 centers of excellence in technology. At least 1 expert and 5 or 6 very good people who can deliver. They need to be there. So state government has to come in. There is another model, there are several models which you can think of and which we can ponder about. There are other models of support also, like in Kanpur where I am, there is a group of industrialists who have come forward and they said that we want to start an activity similar to what is going on in Shark Tanks, as you might have seen in TV. So Shark Tanks is a platform where you have a consortium of industrialists and angel investors who want to invest in technology and identify technology which can be converted into good products and good business. So this group of industrialists in Kanpur, they are ready to put up to 100 crores and set up a platform. They have already booked about 50 hours of time in ABP News TV channel and brought together at least 5 or 6 experts from all over the country to sit on this platform, which has now been named as Gadget Sharks, to look at innovative ideas and innovation and technology development in the Indo-Gangetic play. So this platform, which is not dependent on government support, and gradually it has to become independent of that government support at some time, it has to become independent, because the government structure does not offer the kind of flexibility that we would desire. So this kind of platform also can be thought of to support activities in technology development. The crux of the matter is that now that all these connections are made, you need people to deliver the technology, people to deliver what is required. Unfortunately, there is dearth of such people in the country. Not just here, but everywhere there is dearth of such people who can deliver what you really want, or who can develop what is really required. So we need to, not that any one person has a solution to all these issues, but we need to sit and talk about how do we generate this human capital and support the human capital which can sustain the growth of the industry in this area and the country. So these are what my initial thoughts are at this occasion. I once again congratulate for organizing this meeting.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I would like to invite Professor Renu Vij, who is currently working as the University Dean Instructions at Punjab University, Chandigarh. And ma'am has also served as Director of UIT at Punjab University. And Professor Renu Vij is the PEC alumnus and has gold medal in electronics and telecommunication engineering. Welcome you, ma'am.
Good afternoon to the dignitaries on this side and the other side, and students and faculty. So, it was just mentioned that I am alumni of Punjab Engineering College 1985 batch, and advisor sitting next to me also my batchmate. So we were together from 81 to 85 in Punjab Engineering College Electronics and Communication Engineering Department. At Punjab University, we have been trying to promote this design, innovation, startup culture for a very long time. And in 2015, Design Innovation Center was set up at Punjab University, where we tried to promote this sensitivity among students and faculty that we must address the local needs, local issues. We should do something for the society and for the industry. And I can share with you that there have been many success stories. I can share with you that, there was a girl, 10 to 12-year-old girl who met with an accident and her skull was broken. There was a hollow in her skull, and the doctors at Government Medical College Sector 32 did not know how to operate it because they were not able to reconstruct the part which was missing. And then our faculty and students of Mechanical Engineering Department and Computer Science Department, they got together, they took images of the skull, they used 3D printer to print the skull, and using finite element analysis, they reconstructed the hollow part. And with lot of interactions with the doctor, they could determine the exact dimensions of the hollow part, and that part they were able to reconstruct and fit it in the skull, which was printed using 3D printer. Subsequently, the doctors could do that the surgery was performed, and the happiness that was there on the faces of the parents, that we can never forget, and that motivated our faculty to do this kind of work. Then, we have been working in close interaction with the medical devices group at PGI, and a number of devices have been developed. I know that pupilometer has been developed for eye department of PGI. And PGI, in fact, all the medical institutes are spending a lot of money in importing medical devices, surgical instruments, and it will be good if we can make all these things in India. But I can say that this pupilometer has been developed and has been tested, but we are still trying to find a partner who can commercialize this. So taking it to the next level is very tough, and kind of beyond the expertise of academia. We can develop these devices, but then to market them, to commercialize them is definitely not our domain. So one aspect is the Technology Enabling Center is trying to find out the problems of the industry that academia can address. The other aspect is that what has been done, if industry can take it to the next level, if these devices which have been developed, if they can be commercialized, then it would be great. And Technology Enabling Center has been organizing meetings between academia and industry, and a lot of industrial problems have been identified. But when it comes to finding a solution for those problems, then academia is again looking for funds. So I know there was a problem of MSME that they manufacture these nuts of different sizes and they are defective. Some of them are defective, and then manually they are sorting doing this classification of defective and non-defective nuts. And we took up this problem that we'll give an automated solution to this problem, and using again image processing techniques, we have developed the working model which has given good results. But then the project was funded by Nottingham Trent University. Now there is a MSME which has agreed to build the mechanical part of the device, and then electronic and again image processing part we will do. So what I am saying is that one thing is identifying the problems, and then the academia is working on those problems, but the next thing is that from where to arrange the funding. Again, it is expected that academia will arrange the funding and work on those problems. And once we find the solution, then next thing is how to commercialize them. So hand-holding has to be done by industry for these things. And startup culture also we are promoting. Our students, they participate in national level competitions, idea competitions, hardware hackathon, software hackathon, and they have been winning these national level competitions, and ideas have got patents also, and students are working on startups also. But then again these startups need to be guided, because students are not very confident, and if they are not successful, then they lose heart also. And I have seen that many of the students who are very motivated to work on ideas and startups in second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year, sixth year, but supposing they get a job, so they want to leave the startup and take up the job because it's a safer option. But I am sure that if they have appropriate mentors, and if they are sure that they will succeed, they will work even harder to make their ideas commercial. So for that, support from industry is required. Technology enabling and center is I would say a small initiative, and here by virtue of this event we are making some incremental changes and some movement in this direction. But I think we have a long way to go before we really achieve something. And I hope that this collaboration will continue so that we achieve some results in this region. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for gracing the occasion. So our next guest is who is chief guest of this event, Dr. Dharampal Ji, and who is currently working as advisor to UT Administrator Chandigarh since June 2021, and is the proud alumnus of Punjab Engineering College, Chandigarh. Dr. Dharampal did PhD degree from Punjab Engineering College from in 20. And what year, sir? Yeah, and has done many skill development courses from Howard Kennedy School, USA, Duke University, USA, and IIM Hyderabad, and IIT Delhi, etc. And he has got 7 years of experience in working with the United Nations as district electoral supervisor and administrator and civil affairs officer. We welcome you, sir.
Very good afternoon. Dr. Neeta Agarwal, Head of Technology Transport, Government of India, Professor C.R. Suri, Dr. Rupinder Tiwari, Professor N.S. Vyas, IIT Kanpur, and my classmate Renu Vij, Dean of University Institute. Very good afternoon or good morning to all of you. It's indeed a real privilege for me to address such a brilliant and innovative minds of our region. I think this is the first of its kind R&D fair that has been organized in this area, and I'm thrilled to be part of this initiative. I would like to congratulate Technology Enabling Center of Punjab University and Confederation of Indian Industry, who have organized this CRIKC exhibition, I think, which is an excellent stage for the expert to showcase their interest. I would also like to congratulate Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, that has a mandate to create enabling ecosystem for the development of technology in the region. I think everybody has talked about this CRIKC platform that has been created. I think this is a platform that ensures interaction between the industry and the scientists and the students. I think to make this platform effective, I think there has to be effective communication, interaction between the industry and this platform and the students. I think we have a brilliant students in this country. Only thing we need to do is to give them an enabling environment. Of course, some of the speakers have talked about the money that we are spending on R&D. Of course, it's not much. But I think that Government of India need to take note of that. I think we really at least need to spend at least 1% of our GDP on the research. If we really want to, if we are, India is at the moment trying to aspire to become a world power, if we have to really succeed in doing that, we need to put a lot of money in research and development. I think without that, we will not be able to reach the objective that we have set for ourselves. As far as the students and the scientists are concerned, in India are concerned, I think they are best. I think that is demonstrated by the fact that when they go abroad, when they get the enabling environment, they do wonderfully well. I think same kind of environment which exists elsewhere, where they are able to perform better, I think similar environment need to be created right here in India, in Indian institutes, Indian technology institutes, or like institute like Punjab University, Punjabi College at University. So if we are able to do that, I think we will do wonders. And I think all that stuff which is taking place elsewhere in the world can be done here itself. Another, I think we need to have a focus. I mean, this CRIKC center, we need to really identify the areas where we want to do the research. And those areas need to be identified in very close association with the industry. We need to solve their problem, create products, test those products, do the field testing, improve those products more better, make them better, and then I think through some of the private company or through startup, I think then we should launch it into the market. I think that's the most important thing. I think we have been working with the CII very closely. We have been in touch with the Ministry of Heavy Industry to create a regional research center here. That proposal has already gone to Government of India, and hopefully I think we will shortly hear on that. And I think I was told that it is being considered very heavily by Government of India. And I think when we talk about the Chandigarh as a city, my objective has always been that we should make it there is no scope for a big industry in Chandigarh, let's face it. I think we are not able to. But we can make it an excellent research center for the region. That is a possibility. We can create a hub for the regional research in Chandigarh. We can create a hub for the health system. We can create a hub for the education. We can create a hub for commerce, information technology, bio devices, biomedical devices. These are the things that can easily be done. I think for that, I think there has to be vision on the part of industry as well, and also a platform like that, like this. I think funding, again, industry also needs to be a little more generous in spending their money on research. Without research, industry cannot, if you want to grow, you have to research. You need to improve your product, continuously, and to compete with the rest of the players in the market. So I think that somehow is lacking in the industry. I think that they need to really, if they want to be the best in the future, they need to do research in today's time. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for gracing the occasion, and we are really honored to have you here. Now, I would like to invite Professor Tiwari to present the bouquet and memento to thank you so much, sir. Now, we would like to invite Professor Suri to to present the bouquet and memento to Dr. Anita Agarwal. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Now I would like to invite Professor Manu Sharma to present the bouquet and memento to Mr. Amit Thapar. Thank you so much, sir. Now I would like to invite again Professor Tiwari to present the bouquet and memento to Dr. P.J. Singh. Thank you so much, sir. Now I would like to invite again Professor Suri to give the memento and bouquet to Professor N.S. Vyas. Thank you so much, sir. Now I invite Professor Manu Sharma to present the bouquet and memento to Professor Renovich. Thank you so much, sir, and thank you everyone. Now I hand over the dais to Engineer Ankush Lowry for the vote of thanks and schedule of the day ahead. Dr. Ankush.
Honorable Chief Guest Shri Dharpal ji, all other respected dignitaries, dear exhibitors, visitors, good afternoon. So we are grateful to our Chief Guest and all the dignitaries for sparing their valuable time and gracing this exhibition. I am highly thankful to Chairman CII Shri Thapar ji, Vice Chairman Dr. Singh, team of CII for their efforts and for mobilizing the industrialists for this event. I must mention a deep sense of appreciation and gratitude to Professor M.S. Vyas, who came all the way from Kanpur to attend this Industry Academia session for discussion with the industry of this region on implementation of Industry 4.0. And also special thanks to Dr. Anita Agarwal for connecting us with Professor Vyas. I would like to thank all the exhibitors for your participation and making this event successful. I would also like to thank Professor Tiwari, Professor Suri, Dr. Manu, tech team, all the known and unknown hands that contributed in organizing this event. Once again, I would like to thank each one of you. My sincere feelings of gratitude. Thank you.
So inaugural session is over now, and Industry 4.0 would be conducted here only, and after that immediately the session on NVH, noise, vibration and harshness, would be conducted in the adjacent room. So immediately we are starting with Industry 4.0 now, in the same way. In addition of Industry 4.0, the production has increased 4 to 5 times. Now, how that has been realized, what are the baby steps that are required to be taken, and what is that enabling ecosystem that helps for implementation of Industry 4.0, that is the agenda for today now. We want to conceive a complete plan for implementation of Industry 4.0.
Hello, I would request everybody to take their seats.
This session has been planned by the organizer on Industry 4.0. And I had been fortunate enough to being given a big project under the technology mission for Indian Railways for implementation of this technology in for rail coach manufacturing, for manufacturing unit, rail manufacturing unit in Raipur. So we developed this platform, Industry 4.0 platform, while doing this project. It is still under implementation with the railways, and we have also started implementing it in a couple of ordnance factories, the field gun factory and the small arms factory in Kanpur. Apart from that, there has been interest in this application in several MSME sectors, especially the technology enabling technology centers of the Ministry of MSME, the automotive cluster in Jamshedpur, and again the automotive cluster in Indore, through Indo-German tool room and through Indo-Danish tool room, one in Indore and another in then there is interest from Reliance for one of their process plants in Gujarat, and also big private industry in Delhi. So here I really don't want to make a presentation because I was not asked to make a presentation.
इसको थोड़ा सा हम इनफॉर्मल और इंटरेक्टिव बनाते हैं. तो वी वुड लाइक टू अंडरस्टैंड सर कि यहाँ पे कितनी इंडस्ट्री बैठी है जिसने ऑलरेडी इंडस्ट्री 4.0 का कुछ एलिमेंट इंप्लीमेंट कर चुके हो. लेट्स रेज योर हैंड्स दोज हु हैव इंप्लीमेंटेड ऑलरेडी. यस, वी हैव वन मिस्टर Zagoo. यस, वी हैव पीपल फ्रॉम Pioneer. वेल, रोवर जी.
पहले 2 मिनट ये समझ लीजिए इंडस्ट्री 4.0 का जो खास एलिमेंट है वो पहले है क्या ये इंडस्ट्री 4.0 का खास एलिमेंट ये है कि इट इज अ ब्रिज बिटवीन साइबर सिस्टम एंड फिजिकल सिस्टम. साइबर फिजिकल सिस्टम इंजीनियरिंग है. फिजिकल सिस्टम में एक तरफ आपकी सारी ऑपरेशनल टेक्नोलॉजी से मतलब है सारे मशीन्स के कंट्रोलर्स हैं, जैसे सीमेंस का कंट्रोलर, फार्म कंट्रोलर्स, हाइड्रोलाइन हार्डवेयर, हनीवेल सेंसर, इंस्ट्रूमेंटेशन, SCADA systems and controllers on one side, and on the other side you have everything which is related to the cyber world. The physical world is the cyber world. Cyber world meaning everything related to computers. All the number crunching, all the deep learning, optimization, and communication through the cloud, communication through the servers. So this is what forming the marriage between the physical system and the cyber system. So it is, we are talking of the cyber physical space, making the space as one single entity where the machines are talking to the computers are talking to the machines are talking to themselves. The human beings, it has human-machine interface also. That means the operators on the shop floor, they are talking to the machines through computers or through handheld devices. The machines are talking to the men, they are talking to the administrators. So you have on the one hand machine monitoring and machine connection. You have on the other hand human-machine interfaces where the operators are being tracked, operators are being able to talk to the machines through the computer, and the entire human resource is being monitored through the computers. Then there is material tracking. So material, men and machines are all these three processes are being instrumented, automated and monitored on the same platform, which is the site, which is the software platform. You have a uniform software platform, a ubiquitous software platform where various of these systems can plug and play themselves. And you get data from all of them together, from human beings, from machines, from material, all of them together. And then you are programming for optimization of the processes, you are monitoring the health of the machines, you are monitoring the quality of your output, all in an automated manner to the extent possible. The objective is to improve the efficiency, to cut down on the production costs, like cut down on the power consumption, then improving the product quality. All three of these characteristics mark Industry 4.0, and here you integrate the design, the design cell and the design team also within the manufacturing process. So design and manufacturing is an integrated process. Schedules are optimized, machines are being monitored real time, and physical location becomes important, whether the factory is here or in Timbuktu. The person sitting in Delhi or in the ministry can see what is happening there and control it. Apart from transparency, you also have centralized understanding and centralized control.
सर दिक्कत क्या आ रही है, यहाँ पे इंडस्ट्री काफ़ी बैठी है जो ये इंडस्ट्री 4.0 को लागू करना चाह रही है, लेकिन सबसे पहला पार्ट क्या है कि वी हैव ओल्ड मशीन्स which are not 4.0 compliant. As a result, कि अभी machines are not talking to, there is no data collection from the machine itself. So पहला step क्या है, कुछ sensors चाहिए जो machine में हम लगा दें, so that retrofit करके हम वो data जो है वो computer तक लेके आए. That is the first step of it. We are failing there also. जिस industry में already लगा चुके हैं, we would like to have either your experience और जो लगाना चाह रहे हैं और उनको क्या दिक्कत आ रही है. आई थिंक वी हैव द एक्सपर्ट हु कैन आंसर अस कि कौन से चिप्स हैं, कौन से सेंसर्स हैं जो मार्केट में मिल रहे हैं और किस कॉस्ट में मिल रहे हैं, और हमें कौन इंप्लीमेंट करके देगा. जो इंडस्ट्री यहाँ पे बैठी है, जो ये आज से बैठी है, दे हैव कम विद दिस एक्सपेक्टेशन कि आज के बाद आई थिंक दैट प्रोजेक्ट फॉर द इंडस्ट्री 4.0 इम्प्लीमेंटेशन विल स्टार्ट. सो दिस इज वेयर वी आर स्टार्ट. तो आई थिंक रेज योर हैंड्स जो इंडस्ट्री वाले करना चाह रहे हैं, कर नहीं पा रहे, दिक्कत आ रही है जिनको. सो दिस इज व्हाट वी एक्चुअली वांट कि आपकी हेल्प चाहिए हमें. सो द फर्स्ट पार्ट ऑफ इट ओनली कि हाउ टू कनेक्ट द ओल्ड नॉन कंप्लायंट 4.0 मशीन्स टू द कंप्यूटर.
मैं जब आपके लोगों से बात कर रहा था, the person sitting here, he said that the biggest problem is to make the machine talk to the computer. The machines are not 4.0 compliant and they are not talking to the computer. This is what Adhikari we addressed in Raebareli also, that machines are not talking to the computer. So इसमें solutions can be built. Solutions can be built. The problem is wider than this. There are machines which are completely dumb machines. They need to be sensorized first of all. Like you have to put current sensor, you have to put voltage sensor, you have to put probably thermal sensor, which is not very expensive. It is not very expensive. Build a data acquisition system from where you can get the data onto a platform. That platform can be Python, can be C++, can be live. So you first of all need instrumentation engineer and a good person in Python who is trained properly. This is the easier part. Okay, you have a dumb machine which you have sensorized, from which you can take the data, which can be done rather easily, and you probably have a person to do that here itself or on that calculator. The bigger problem is that you have legacy machines, like maybe you have one from Siemens, which is a very old machine. Now that Siemens machine will talk to its control panel only, through its controller. And Siemens will sit on that. Siemens will not allow that machine to talk to your computer.
Yes, absolutely right.
This is the problem all over India.
Yes.
This is the problem all over India.
The CNC machines.
That most of the machines are either Siemens machine or Fanuc machine.
Yes.
Now Siemens does not talk to Fanuc. Most of the time Siemens will not talk to Siemens itself. Because one machine is old.
Their generation is different.
So if this, and if you want to call Siemens, they will charge you 200 crores. While the same work can be done within the, this is what we are trying to do in ordnance factory now, that we are trying to deliver the whole thing 25 to 50 lakhs connect, because the code has been, the software code has been made by us. We are making these machines take the Siemens stranglehold and talk to the code that has been implied. And we are willing, this is what Anita ji also wants us to do, that through this support that GST has given us, we would like to have some of your persons to work with us on the software to get this, get an understanding of this software platform that we have developed and use it. That is what we are willing to offer. Getting getting data from Siemens, that is one part. Similarly, you have to get data from Fanuc, get data from other ways of it. So there are two ways. One is that nowadays this Python platform is so elaborate. Python platform is so elaborate and about that you can practically do everything on that Python platform. Right from data acquisition, from these Siemens machines or your own dumb machines which you have instrumented, up to optimization, machine learning, deep learning on the same Python platform. You can do it with your own package, which is specific to your industry. And at very low cost, which you should undertake yourself. The second task is that have HMIs, the HMIs that I was talking to you about. The HMIs are devices like an Android device, which is not bigger than this. The cost of an Android device would be say 7,000 rupees or 10,000 rupees at the most. Here you develop an app, or apps can be developed where the operators can key in all the information on where they are, what they are working on, what is their geographical location automatically comes on the Google map. And this is very useful for a field application like in mining, where you have hundreds of workers and hundreds of machinery spread all over the area, and it is very difficult to monitor who is where and optimize that entire process. Here also the operators who have to complete the job in say 5 minutes, why is the job taking 30 minutes? If he has gone for a smoke or he has gone for the toilet, then here is the record where how the time is being spent either for smoke or for toilet. So this is human machine interface where this machine also communicates with the same platform as your machines are, production machines are communicating. This can be developed. Similarly, RFID tracking or other kinds of tracking through QR code of material. Material most of the time lies on the shop floor without being processed. So that can be tracked, machine health can be tracked. In Raebareli we realized that out of the 50-60 odd machines that are there on in one single shop, not more than 4 or 5 hours are in action at any instant of time. Not more than 4 or 5 hours. This is the situation in private industry also, that out of our capacity, built up capacity, not 100% utilization is there, not even 80% utilization of the machinery is there. Even the machinery which is being used, where the power consumption has to be this much, it is twice as much of what it should be. So these are all the things that need to be monitored now continuously and real time, help our industry to advance one step level. This technology is required, and you probably have some people here, some we are willing to bring that effort changes.
सर हम पहला स्टेप करना चाह रहे हैं कि लेट अस क्रिएट अ मॉडल इंडस्ट्री हियर जहां पे ये एक्चुअल लोग आके देख सकें कि यस द फर्स्ट फेज व्हाट वी कॉल एज सेंसराइजेशन देन द प्लेटफॉर्म इज देयर एंड देन वी हैव द एआई बिल्ट इन सो ऑल दीस
so this is a fantastic idea. This is a fantastic idea. I entirely endorse this idea. Identify an industry where 4.0 can be implemented. Okay, and we will pick up teams from here itself, from the students, from within the university, from private universities, whom we will. Not that I know everything. I don't know everything. I will also learn in that process. We have developed a few things which are working till now. We will do that with your own team.
but under your leadership let us have a team constituted today. So if we have the scientists, we have the engineers sitting here today, let's have a team which is ready and who is ready to work under you. So पहले हम academia side पे चलते हैं, engineer side पे चलते हैं. Those who are willing to work with Dr. Vyas so as to create the first what we call as a role model industry in this area. Yes, we have 1, we have 2, we have 3, and we have 4 hands. Somebody please note it down. Yes. अंकुश जी के सबके नाम नोट करिए those who want to work under this program. So and essentially what we mean is you are from the academia side, right? So आपको कितने लोग चाहिए होंगे?
Good people is more than
Good enough. So we have 6 hands. So we have Neha Satana also. We have yes. सबके नाम आप नोट कर लीजिए.
We need an industry partner like you also.
Well, we can have तो इंडस्ट्री कौन अपने आप को वॉलंटियर करना चाहता है फ्रॉम द इंडस्ट्री साइड राइट यू आल्सो वांट टू वॉलंटियर यू आल्सो वांट टू वॉलंटियर यू आल्सो वांट टू वॉलंटियर यू आल्सो वांट टू वॉलंटियर
अंकुश गया हुआ
इंडस्ट्री का नाम
already visited.
well and then we have Tyler also there and then we have your industry please
Kangaroo.
अच्छा right and then we have JREW.
So we have a little issue here. Actually, we do want to implement Industry 4.0, but we'll be shifting in another year or so to a bigger premises. So can we right now start it and then we shift? So
if you have say 4 or 5 machines, you can develop the prototype here.
Okay.
The prototype can be developed here, and then you have your own people to scale it up. Wherever you are.
Understandable. We have certain CNCs and DMC machines.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we have stored some dump machines also,
Yeah.
which actually are old and they are special purpose machines.
Yeah.
So we would also like those machines also come under this, so that we can, what advantage I am looking at is productivity, then consistency in quality, then usage of power. So in case that can be taken, so it will be really wonderful and we will go ahead with that.
Okay, what I have just monitoring the current and the voltage gives you a lot of information on the machine, because it will tell you many things about whether it is on, off, whether about its health, about its the quality of operation and the quality of product that you would have can all be monitored through monitoring the current and voltage.
I understand, sir. Actually, in our industry, what I feel, there are so many components. Like we manufacture bathroom fittings, like starting from castings, then of course the machining, what we are talking about, then grinding and buffing and electroplating. So we would like to implement this wherever possible. So casting is also very important for us, because there are certain defects. Majorly what I feel in faucets, in case we are able to control quality of castings at that level, so it gives a lot of cost management.
So, along with Industry 4.0 in manufacturing, my suggestion would be that ma'am sitting here, they have developed a good system for quality control and monitoring to image processing, and that involves deep learning. So, which the team manager also was talking to you about. That part of data processing, which can initially be used for quality control and finding out the defects, that will be very useful. We are working on a similar project for Bofor's guns, where it is exactly similar technology. And if I don't find anybody else in Kanpur, I will request Kanpur to do that. They want to find out the defects in the barrel of the gun from the inside. And there are different types of defects that crop up. They are in the manufacturing process. And they are very, very long barrels, about 10-meter barrels. So an imaging system is required which can travel the length and also rotate by 360 degrees at every location, and take the images, transfer to the computer, where your deep learning and image processing software is sitting, which can immediately point out that you have a defect, this type of defect, and at this location. This itself will be a very big help in quality control. Such requirements are there everywhere, even in mattress industry like sleepwear. You have a requirement for finding out the defect in mattresses. They produce in large quantities. So now, relying on manual inspection procedures and sometimes which are not very reliable, if you have automated systems where it can be done, it would be great impact for quality improvement. And it is low cost. It is low cost.
And thank you so much, sir. We will be actually really interested in that, because as you have said, in mattress also, in castings also, there are some defects which are not visible by eye, or otherwise also not visible, because after peeling or after grinding we find this defect is there. So we'll be interested to take it.
I have one announcement that the sheet is already in circulation. If anybody wants to write to contribute towards it, so we have in circulation. Just write your name with the industry. So we would like to have. And one more announcement is that there is a car key is there. Mr. Narendra Gupta, if you found any car key over here, just let us know, please. It will be great help. Thank you.
सर हम टीम कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन की बात कर रहे हैं, टीम कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन की बात कर रहे हैं। अब हमारे पास आप हो, आपके साथ टीम आ गई 6 लोगों की, फिर इंडस्ट्री के मेंबर्स भी जो वॉलंटियर कर रहे हैं, तो डू यू नीड एनी अनदर स्टेक होल्डर, कोई चिप सप्लायर, कोई सेंसर सप्लायर, या कोई सॉफ्टवेयर कंपनी, और एनी अदर stakeholder is required to complete this process?
You need a startup here. You need one startup, which or maybe 2 startups which can take up this task of actually implementing it. You need 2 teams. One in the university itself, like she is there, you are there. One within the university itself, where a lot of these. Then you need another team which will go and implement it on the field. Right. क्योंकि स्टूडेंट्स आप कहेंगे कि आप जाके वहाँ implement करके तो वो नहीं करेंगे. So you need another team of 2 or 3 persons who can do the implementation. So if a startup is not there, such a startup can be encouraged. So maybe 1 startup or 2 startups and a group of say 5 or 6 students and their faculty members enters here, and then you are in autopilot mode.
So let's understand from the academia side.
Sir, I come from the textile industry, so I have my colleagues here. So textile industry, spinning particularly, is a very unique position. All our machines, most of the spinning mills are very modern. They come from Europe, so already fitted with all. Instrumentation is not a challenge. There is a lot of data which is already present in the machines. At the end of the day, you can get a lot of, even the defect per spindle, everything is monitored. The only thing is, like you said, that they are not in a single platform talking to a larger group, talking to themselves and talking on a single platform. So we actually are not able to make more sense of that data. I think Saurabh or Kush can probably.
So the data is there, but it remains on the machine.
Like you can say that putting sensors and coders and other things is not an issue. But we can get the data on the screen itself, everything is okay. But the problem is that we don't have any common software platform where we can see all the data to monitor, to understand and compare it easily. This is the biggest problem.
So there is a platform that we created in library, and this is a platform that we are creating in ordnance factories also. As I said, the data is there. The data is there sitting in the machine itself. You don't have to put additional sensors. The data, everything is being monitored because these are fairly advanced, sophisticated machines. But the issue is that the data is sitting within the machine itself. So there are two ways. One, you talk to the manufacturer and ask him to give you a software which can get all this data for you from the machines onto your software platform in the computer. Either do that, but they will not be willing to do that. They charge heavily. And then you have one machine from one vendor. He will give you some software which will be able to extract data from that machine. Then you have another vendor. So he will give you another software. In railway coach monitoring, we are just about to start a project where this is a smart coach project. They want to monitor everything, rolling stock, condition of wheels, condition of bearings, condition of suspension on the moving train. Now there are 10 different vendors and 10 different boxes sitting in the machine, and none of these boxes talk to each other. So what do you do with that? And the data that they give you is process data, which will ultimately give you just green, yellow, red light. I need the raw data. So you have to write we can help you in writing these codes where you will get the data from the machine that you have in the factory. We'll try our best. Sometimes the locks are sensitive. We are not breaking any locks. What we are doing is that we are writing our own codes in Python, for example, in our own codes in C++, or utilizing a platform like LabVIEW, where most of these drivers are available.
I understand that, but you can see that different machines are on different communication platforms, like one on RS485, one on USB, one on Profinet, one on some other platform. And how can we get the data on a single Python platform from different communication protocols?
So that is why I am sitting here.
That is why this conference.
That is why I am sitting here.
So this is exactly what we want. Okay, we all sit together to resolve these issues. तो हम अगली जो बना रहे थे एक stakeholder group is what you said, we need some startups from the academia side. तो मनु जी आप बताइए कि the team from your side would be the mentor and the students.
So here I would like to say that, Paninder, can you tell us what are you doing presently and what are your capabilities and what is your experience and what are your strengths?
Thank you everyone. So I am founder of CII, which is working in Industry 4.0 domain, right? And we are making software SaaS-based platforms for predictive maintenance and providing digitization of Industry 4.0, right? So as I have seen, a lot of doubts are coming here regarding the common platform where we are not able to interact with different kind of machines, right? So there is an open platform available which has been started now, which is known as OPC. Kindly write down it. You can use that platform. It is OPC, Open Platform Communication Protocol. And since we are closely working with Harvard University, we have been incubated there at their Alchemist program. And out of world's topmost countries, we are providing solutions to the FMCG in the North American segment as well. Right. And I have also started my journey from here, from the University itself. Right. So, as you mentioned that communication is a very challenging part, and another thing is the brain to the data. Since one project has been implemented at the Mahindra and Mahindra nearby, right, in the Industry 4.0 domain. But there is what is happening is they are just putting the data. Data dumping project has been implemented there, but there is no brain attached to that, right? And which is the problem statement currently focused by us. We are providing AI-based platforms where your data will be monitored in a real time by the cloud servers, right? And for that, I request to all the industries, please come up with a mindset to not be conservative in terms of data gathering. Since most of the industries are not even, they are not, openly coming up that our data should not go outside our periphery. So how could you implement the brains where your industry is lacking and the startups like us are currently providing? So this is a huge gap. I have traveled a lot in the pharmaceutical industries, and this is a huge data. They are all like हमारा डेटा बाहर चले जाएगा, तो सर अंदर रख के कौन सा वो सोना दे रहा आपको, right? So this is one of the major important things. Come up with an open brain, because I started my journey here, but now I am working with the Harvard universities, right? They are very much open about this. They are not even conservative. They are, they said that जैसे अभी आज स्पेशली कॉन्फ्रेंस हो रही है सिर्फ इस चीज के लिए, how we can collaborate with the industry and academia, and our mentors are already professors there at the Harvard universities. So first of all, give an open hand to the academians as well. They can open up their own startups or work with some kind of us, right? So anything else I want to question?
We want to have you as a stakeholder in this whole program.
Oh, thank you so much, sir. And I want to also mention that Dr. PJ is one of our mentors, and he is the one person who has motivated us to go and jump into the startup domain. Since I am also a student who is working here at Punjab University, was working, not currently working now, but he is the core personality who bring us to the startup domain. So we need industrialists like him as well. So let's have a big round of applause for him.
So we actually picked him up during those days while he was still in the DIC. And I am sure you can become one of our partners in this whole program. And Professor Vyas is actually already impressed with what you said just now.
Yes, Dr. Manu just shared me the profile of Professor Vyas. So
the OPC platform will be a good platform, but a few things need to be done to get all the business talking to OPC. Not all will be talking to OPC. So you need a platform which incorporates. Right.
Definitely.
So we have at least one startup who can come and contribute. So do we need another one or some software? Yes, Mr. Vishal, you want to say something?
Yes.
And anybody from IIT who wants to come and contribute in this whole program? Yes, Neha Sardana, you also have to speak something on this.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Before going to start my discussion, sir, actually the idea which I got from the discussion, actually the problem which was raised by the industry people, there is a problem in the machine, Siemens and Fun machine. It's like the idea which I got. I am not expert in that, but what I feel, it's like there is a Tamil people and there are Chinese people, and these both people they want to communicate, but the Tamil people is not ready to learn Chinese, and the Chinese people also don't want to learn Tamil. But I feel that communication is possible if you arrange some kind of intermediator. So we cannot say that communication is not possible, the task is not feasible. In layman language, I can say yes, definitely that there will be some solution. So, and effectively if all come together, surely we can reach to some solution. Sir, I came from your media team. Actually, we are having an educational platform. We guide, motivate students. We are having very good linkage, bonding, interaction with the industry people and as well as academicians. We are having very good penetration in IITs, in NITs, Institute of Global and National Importance. And at the same time, sir, when we interact, we analyze actually that particular gap which is already existing between industry and academia. I think there is no such discussion required why that gap is existing. And if you go into deep, what are the reasons actually, and through that gap, if you carry out the analysis, surely we will reach to some solution how we can minimize that gap. So when we analyze it, based on our hundreds of interaction with the academicians, industry people, and researchers, we found that there is a gap, and yes, there is an opportunity for us also to grow, learn, and for business also, and to help actually and to contribute to the society in this direction, to work in that industry and academia gap. So what I feel, sir, our company can provide some kind of logistic arrangements, some kind of implementation, because for industry and academia people, the gap is due to what? That it is very difficult for the academic people to check their solution, to check their final solution, final research at the show floor of the industry, because they cannot go very easily to the industry show floor. So I feel there is a need of some external agency which can support the academic people in testing that solution to at the show floor of the industry, so that finally we will be able to commercialize that product. Because that is important. If you are doing research and you are not making product out of that, there is no such use of that research. What I feel.
You can cut out all this philosophy.
Yes.
And what is it that you want to do?
Yes.
Tell us that.
Yes, definitely, sir. Thank you very much. So I only want to say, sir, we are having a team of experts. We are having a team of technocrats and managers. So we can support this particular event. We can provide some kind of logistics and implementation support. And I want to conclude my discussion, sir. But I feel if there is a problem in a society, definitely there will be some solution. And if that solution is scalable, there is entrepreneurial opportunity.
Don't talk at the philosophical level.
Yes.
Talk in terms of technology. What is it that you do? We will discuss it.
Yes. That's the only thing, sir, what I want to say. We can provide those kind of things. We are already guiding students. We are already in that area. But this area is also new for us. And I feel this is new for all.
इस टीम में आप क्या करना चाहोगे?
Yes. Actually, one thing which we can do, sir, we can map. I feel there is no such single platform available where we can get access of some kind of researchers and the industry. Like suppose there is some problem Tango is facing, and
देखिए आप समझ रहे हो हम करने की कोशिश क्या कर रहे हैं?
Yes.
अभी हम एक टीम क्रिएट कर रहे हैं और different stakeholders are being identified.
Yes.
तो आप उसमें कोई रोल प्ले कर सकते हैं?
Yes.
अगर कर सकते हैं तो क्या रोल प्ले करेंगे?
We can help in mapping all those industries and academics. We can try to link them so that.
So that is what is being done today. That is not required. अभी जो implementation की बात हो रही है, so we are forming a team under the leadership of Professor Vyas. उसके लिए हम बंदे choose कर रहे हैं.
Yes.
Right. ठीक है. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Dr.
So anybody from IIT Ropar who would like to comment on it, कि वो कोई इसमें participation करना चाहेगा?
Sir, I think we have a team of more than 3 or 4 people who are here from IIT Ropar. So from IIT Ropar, we have team expertise in sensors. We have people from data acquisition and data analysis as well. So we have a big student pool who can do short-term projects which will work on sensor integration as well as app development. And there was a problem with some kind of printing techniques like RFID, QR and barcode. So after discussions with your team, we already were in discussion with other people who are printing certain barcodes and QR codes. But till now there are many other problems which they are not able to.
So आप 4.0 के लिए who's the vendor that you propose? from IIT.
From IIT Roper, we should have a senior professor like Dr. Vyas. That would be better.
No, you are there, so I can work with you. There's no
Yes,
issue,
sir.
but
I will be there as a team member.
yeah, so you would be very welcome, in fact, for sensors, data acquisition, and also app development, which can be done very, very fast in your setup. So definitely you will be very welcome. In fact, I did not know about you. I knew about Ekta Singla. So I had mentioned about Ekta.
She's in robotics.
But she really is robotics. You are the right person. Not that you working with me, I will working with you.
So actually what we want is, once this team is constituted, which is almost done, we would take the help of Anita. If we can have some kind of क्या करें, फंडिंग आप कर सकते हो ताकि इस एक्सपेरिमेंट को, जिसको हम रोल मॉडल बोल रहे हैं, तो वी वांट टू क्रिएट अ मॉडल इंडस्ट्री टुडे.
मॉडल इंडस्ट्री के लिए आप for my demonstration only. But उसमें industry also has to contribute something. It is hard.
आप 40% यूनिवर्सिटी से मैम, उसमें से मैं ये कर सकता हूँ कि I can transfer the money, but वो day-to-day management of that money would be very difficult at my end. Then everything, the purchases will have to be made at my end.
But see, a project has to be formulated, and so they can be a partner, implementing partner, or only through we can do it. Like we have identified the academic partners. So once we have this model ready with us, who all are going to work and what kind of fund requirement is there. So model industry, जहाँ पर भी we are establishing this I4 platform, so they also have to pitch in, they have to provide hardware, whatever they are pitching it, and we should map what all is needed, how much money is needed. So at least जो manpower का support है, directly it can come from your side. You don't need.
We will not have the bandwidth to monitor it on a day-to-day basis. So that will have to be done by.
We will have Professor Manu Sharma to monitor the whole progress.
एक DSC तक को आप ट्रांसफर कर दीजिए, वो सर डे टू डे वाला.
हाँ, मनु जी को
इंडस्ट्री की कितनी पार्टनरशिप चाहते हो परसेंटेज में that
But first we have to decide कि कितना चाहिए हमें उस मॉडल को लगाने के लिए, and then we have to see क्योंकि हार्डवेयर वगैरह सब उसी इंडस्ट्री के पास रह जाएगा, तो they have to pitch in with all that.
Very right.
Right. So then first let us come up with the cost कि हमें चाहिए कितना, what are the resources which are required.
ठीक है.
So at least जो manpower का support होगा to do this experimentation and all, that will come from our project.
Right.
And let's see, like first thing should be before us कि what kind of.
So मोटा-मोटा जो मैन पावर कॉस्ट है, वो हम फ्री कर देंगे उस मॉडल के लिए, और जो रियल हार्डवेयर का कॉस्ट है, वो इंडस्ट्री बियर कर दे. मोटा-मोटा 50% जो है, वो इंडस्ट्री बियर कर दे, तो 50% इधर से आ जाएगा. And what we can do is.
For one model industry, then others who want to adopt, then they have to use their.
They have to, yes, we agree there. So what we want is.
So once we are moving this startup, so they can just go to places and do it, and then later on servicing everything will be taken care of by this.
तो हम जो मॉडल इंडस्ट्री अपने आप को वॉलंटियर कर रही है, जिसको ये हम बेनिफिट देने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, उससे हम क्या एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं वो मैं पहले बता दूं कि we want that whenever we want the rest of the industry to come and visit that, it should be open the way परमिंदर was saying कि भाई वो आप एक क्लोज माइंडसेट से मत काम करिए. We are ready to come forward, लेकिन आपको भी तब अपनी इंडस्ट्री खोल के दरवाजे दिखाने पड़ेंगे कि ये हमने प्रोजेक्ट किया है, at least that area. So this is what we want. So आपने 6 लोगों ने अपना नाम दिया था. Well, you are ready, and anybody who is not ready, maybe he can then later on can be part of this whole program. But at least the first industry we can maybe have from June Street. And it is actually a wonderful engineering industry. We all appreciate their industry. We can have them as a role model.
One more point, that all the technology that is developed and all the software that is developed will not be the private property of any individual. If tomorrow person or one component thinks that oh, I have developed it and I will sit on it. This is very important. This will be for the first right of refusal will be with CRIKC or tech. The technology including all.
You cannot say you have developed it for your own usage, so you will not share the software with
All the software codes that you develop, codes that you develop, the hardware protocols that are developed, the technology will be transferred and it will sit in tech. It will not be for, and it should be usable by all on some license basis or some what is it called? Design license. It should be. IT is owned by the TEC. That should be very clear.
So all the intellectual property generated in the whole process, the owner will be tech.
Yes.
So this is clarified, right?
Yes. This is the startup apart. The other people involved here are doing it not for profit. This is not for profit kind of. We are utilizing DSP money. It has to be not for profit as far as the team, R&D team is concerned. It is not for profit. We are doing it for the bigger social good.
Right. So next issue that we need to address is, what are the timelines? So what are the timelines for the first model industry that we want to have this implementation? तो क्या लगता है हमें 3 महीने 7 महीने क्या टाइमलाइन आपको लगता है कि हम उसमें ऑलमोस्ट ये रेडी कर पाएंगे?
आपको इसको प्रपोजल बनाना पड़ेगा. जल्दी प्रपोजल बन जाता है. Proposal will take some time. It will take about at least a month and a half to make a proper detailed proposal. Then we'll have to sit with DSP and the post industry to work out all the financial and other technical logistics. So, let us say you should see something if everything कितना टाइम लगेगा? 6 महीने ज़्यादा 6 महीने फुल स्ट्रक्चर्ड हो जाता है.
आज से 6 महीने मान लें.
proposal gets accepted and funded. उसके बाद timeline बना.
सर एक काम करते हैं.
The first check is transferred, money is transferred to TEC 6 months from there.
Very well. एक काम करते हैं, इसको फास्ट फॉरवर्ड करने के लिए जो पहला प्रोजेक्ट है, 2 मॉडल करते हैं. पहला प्रोजेक्ट का जो पैसा है हम CII से देते हैं, बाकी हम 0 डे से कर पाएंगे. दूसरा आप दूसरे मंथ से शुरू कर देंगे. We will identify 2 such this thing so that we do not wait for this. Right?
That would be ideal. The cost involved is not too much.
Exactly. So we also want to show that industry is eager to participate with agriculture.
उसमें भी जो CII से भी आ रहा है, उसमें manpower we can provide.
Manpower we can provide.
Only manpower.
ठीक है. तो इसका मतलब हम वेट जो है 1.5-2 महीने की वो सेकंड प्रोजेक्ट के लिए है. फर्स्ट प्रोजेक्ट कैन स्टार्ट इमीडिएटली. So we still will make a proposal within a 7 days time.
Absolutely. Everything has to be mapped and it has to be done. So the proposal has to be.
Proposal has to be made. We agree. But project number 1 also, project number 2 also. And project number 1 will be funded by the industry side and I take the responsibility from the CII side and 2 from the DST side. So we need 2 industry partners जिनकी हम conditions बोलेंगे कि ये है. If you abide by those conditions, we are ready to commit to that. We are ready to take you as the initial role models. तो timelines हमें पता चल गई. तो इसका मतलब आज से हम 6 months एक बार मान लेते हैं for the first और उसके 2 महीने के बाद
इंडस्ट्री को विजिट करके मैपिंग करके कौन पीके हेल्प करेगा टू आइडेंटिफाई टू
I think that Parvinder ji should do.
Parvinder ji in coordination with
Professor
Madhu Sharma, and I don't agree to data going outside. Okay. Data of the industry is confidential to the industry. Data will remain with the industry. If you might be having your own reasons to send it outside, but data of the industry will remain within the server of the industry. It will not be made.
So why do we want to send the data outside?
Ma'am, basically it's not that much confidential where we can exploring the whole industry. It's basically the data of machines like vibration, temperature.
We still can sign an NDA so that that portion is kind of.
Yeah. Data of the problem that we face in railways and where we want everyone is that tomorrow Siemens will own all the data for the Indian railways for manufacturing. If Siemens does this, or Siemens in fact was not in the, for example, that's what they do. And that's why there is some person sitting in Malaysia trying to, once they optimize all the procedures, they tell you the schedule, they will start dictating in a few days what to produce, how much to produce, how to produce, all these things. So data is very important. The control, especially for the government sector, it is very important. But I think for the private also it should lie within the group that within the group or with the owner. It should lie there. Whatever intelligence is possible.
The numbers must lie within the industry.
Yes.
Numbers.
Yes.
But the process is a general process which can be on the public platform.
Very right. So that is what an NDA, a document can be signed so that everybody abides by it. So what aspects apart from what we have discussed already are required to be discussed?
That's all right. Data ownership remains with the user industry. The technology developed, all IPR resides with technology enabling center. Or if it is being supported by CII initially, by you, then that can be shared.
Very
That was my concern.
Then that can be shared.
Intelligence is coming from the industry, so they should be part of IT.
Yeah, then that can be shared because here, if the money is coming from DST, we have this restriction. It belongs to the government of India.
इसमें एक और problem आता है कि the idea with the tech sector, user industry will then have to compulsorily give them a royalty year after year. What the industry is free.
So that's a beautiful question. Once implemented, I think there should not be any royalty. Because the tech sector, the PU tech will charge certain fees to implement all this. So they will have a one-time fees and not a royalty.
Dr. PJ, in principle we agree, बाकी modalities है ना.
I agree. But see, I tell you, industry में जो basic questions हैं, अगर हम उसको मोटा-मोटा बता देते हैं कि yes, there will be a fees for the rest of the industry, but वो royalty के form में नहीं होगी, ताकि वो that is what is painful to the industry. तो one time fees वो है, we will decide.
We can work it out. तो ये कह रहे हैं, we agree for that. मगर अभी इसको concretize.
So I agree, a more mature view कि इसको हम immediately कुछ commit ना करें, we will commit it.
Let's go for that.
Right.
Put a price tag. Functional model एक बार हम दिखा देंगे, then
Precise.
we can talk about the cost.
Very well.
अगर इसको प्राइवेटली डेवलप करना है तो then all these other restrictions are not there. But you have to take care of the startup, which is doing this. The startup's interests have to be taken care of. Because it is you'll have to nurture these startups also, who will do the implementation of the work. So while you own the technology, but somehow the interest of the startup also should be integrated within this entire way. So वो किसी तरह से आप
इसके अलावा yes, we would like to have questions, any queries जो इंडस्ट्री साइड से या एकेडेमिया साइड से पूछना चाहे, वी हैव प्रोफेसर व्यास विद अस. So you have understood the purpose of why we are together here, right? And within the next 6 months we will give you at least 2 role models जहाँ पे आप आके देख सकोगे कि रियली किस तरह से सारा सेंसर्स लग गए उस रेट्रोफिट होंगे उस मशीन के ऊपर, किस तरह से डेटा इज बीइंग कैप्चर्ड, किस तरह से मे बी artificial intelligence, machine learning, all can be utilized so as to bring productivity or predictive maintenance or quality enhancement or whatever we just discussed.
Is that if a company is already undergoing or maybe implemented a ERP solution in their company, and we are like doing, we have already implemented and doing the processes in the ERP. So how this industry 4.0 and the ERP can be match made, and you know, the reports should not be like double reporting, and you know, you need to so how those things can be merged for the industry.
This ERP would be innovative, isn't it? What is the software platform?
SAP है, कौन सा सॉफ्टवेयर है? ERP कौन सा है?
It's not SAP. It's not SAP. It's a private company. It's a private.
So we'll have to talk to that private company to integrate it in. So this is a bigger platform that I was telling you about. OPC as well as this ERP have to be on one single platform where the OPC communicates and then talk to each other.
And there are some APIs also available which can communicate with such kind of platforms as well for the ERP solution as well. So we need some engineering behind this, and we are capable of doing this as well. So we can together work along this.
It can be done at least in IIT Kanpur. Our students can do that, but it may be difficult for our students to crack this. We will take help of IIT Roper students to integrate the ERP with that. Exactly is the idea. ERP is the IT part of it. IT and OT integration should take this. So that is the platform that I am talking about.
But do you think that
that will take some more doing? Maybe not 6 months, add another 3 months or 6 months to that. So integration of ERP is good that you brought it up. Is an important component of industry.
तो सर अगर स्टैंडर्ड सॉफ्टवेयर हैं जैसे SAP है, तो ऑरेकल जैसे आप कह रहे थे वो प्लेटफॉर्म्स हैं, तो
इनके पास तो वो नहीं है, इनका जो है उसी को इंटीग्रेट किया।
पर अगर हो तो बेटर होगा, इजी होगा।
इजी तो ये होगा कि आप फिर जो ERP है वो खुद बनवा लीजिए। ERP आप खुद अपना बनवा लीजिए, उसको कोई बड़ी बात नहीं। ERP बनाने वाले तो बहुत लोग हैं, यही बन जाएगा। इनफैक्ट most of the students and startups are good in doing that. ERP आप खुद बनवा लीजिए, आप जैसे चाहें वैसा ERP बन जाएगा। आप उधर पे जाना चाहते हैं, इतना सारा पैसा उधर पे देना चाहते हैं।
तो मान लो हम my question was, let's say an industry already has a very standardized software, SAP जैसे, तो क्या उसका फायदा होगा हमें जल्दी इंटीग्रेट कर पाएंगे उनके साथ?
वो देखना पड़ेगा।
उनके प्लगइन्स और डिफिकल्ट हो,
तो उनके प्लगइन्स देखना पड़ेगा। उनके प्लगइन्स देखना पड़ेगा।
अगर छोटी कंपनी है जैसे मिड साइज कंपनी ERP is implemented in my company, so they may be able to share, but maybe SAP and Oracle
इसमें प्रोजेक्ट का एक कंपोनेंट आप ये भी रखिए कि in parallel whatever ERP you are using, in parallel have a smaller separate project to develop your own ERP. Okay, that is not too difficult. That
definitely it's not difficult to develop your own ERP, but if you are serving multinational companies, then even this makes a lot of sense, that which ERP you are using, whether it's your own house developed or whether it's a standard company or it's a corporate level company, it's big 5 So it also matters to, so a company which is like kind of, so I don't think so they will be, there is a recognition of the bigger companies ERP to make a brand, like we have an SAP in our company. So this is again a very important thing.
Yeah, it is a debatable thing, but I would request you, whether you use it or not, invest in one such project where sponsor somebody to develop an ERP which is comparable to what you do. This is my request to you. Sponsor one such project, and not everyone will be using standard ERP solutions. There are many small companies who would like to, who do not hitherto have an ERP at all.
So इसके अलावा कोई questions? Yes, please. You need a mic.
Hi, good afternoon everyone. I am Sumit Grover, owner of Genesis Controls, Ludhiana, and I am into building and industrial automation from last 20 years, and I have been working not only in India, outside India, also in different countries. My question actually is that most of the conferences and seminars, etc., I have seen is focused mainly on manufacturing industry, but I am into service industry. We provide these automation solutions to customers across North India. So most of the products I have to buy from like dealers of companies like outside India. Foreign products I have to buy and sell out in local industry. Is it possible to develop all those systems here?
Name one. What are you asking?
For example, any system like a building management system, fire alarm system, CCTV camera system, public addressable system. All those systems we are buying from the companies. Those are based outside, manufacturing outside. Is it possible to manufacture here? Like once we develop it, then we can manufacture and so.
Who wants to answer from academia?
It should be possible. You send us the details, not necessarily here in Punjab, but in Bangalore and Hyderabad, it is possible. They are doing it all the time.
Like some solutions are based on Industry 4.0 also. So I have some requirements and I have to find out like who can develop this product. Either I have to buy it from outside.
So there are some very good people now in Bangalore with international experience and who are doing this kind of work in the hardware domain. We have very good people. I know a couple of these groups who do it for bigger companies like Reliance, etc. It should be possible.
On a large scale, actually, I have been working in oil and gas industry, like automation and all.
What these people do is they if there is hardware manufacturing, they don't manufacture the hardware here, but they design everything. They do the design and then get it manufactured in Taiwan. This is the model that the entire Europe is also following. That the designing is done in European countries and the manufacturing, because it is easy, because hardware, electronic hardware is being manufactured in Taiwan. You can send us some information, we will see how and how much can we make here.
Thank you.
While we welcome Professor Grover, the ex-Vice Chancellor, we will continue the discussion. And the discussion is that before we actually kind of wind up this session, we would like that those of you from the industry members or the academia members want to join the engineering club. So we talked of that we have an engineering club, we have 5 clubs. engineering club, medical club, textile club, agriculture club and a software club. So today we think that software and engineering people are sitting here. So those of you who are interested for this membership, either from the academia side or from the industry side, you are most welcome. Professor Manu Sharma can be approached for that. And also I would request Professor Manu Sharma that the volunteers from various stakeholders, let us all have a separate meeting before Professor Vyas while he is here, so that we at least form a WhatsApp group, so that the easy communication starts and the group starts working from today onwards. Right? So if there are no more questions, then I can think we can proceed. Yes,
जो ये 4.0 की आप बात कर रहे हैं, इसके अंदर एक जैसे इनका स्पेसिफिक प्रॉब्लम है, स्पेसिफिक इनका अपना ERP है, where they would like to have an interface. The 4.0 which the academia can develop is kind of a plug and play module which can be there for all the industries with all the sensors or the data acquisition at one center and the intelligence inbuilt into the software at the another level. Then he will have one set of ERPs. In my system will have another set of ERP and on another platform. So then that is an individualized model, individualized module specific to their industry, another individualized module specific to our industry. It may not be linking the whole system to their need. That's what I wanted to say.
So it is not the Rampant Davai. You have to tune it according to the specific needs. But you will have a platform where the capabilities are there.
That's exactly what I want.
You will have a platform where these capabilities exist, but your needs and
I think so that is why we need a startup.
Yes.
Otherwise it becomes one solution, so you need anybody.
एक इसमें छोटा सा और है, I mean though not really directly related here, but DST people are there, so I wanted to. We were discussing with they visited our factory not once but twice or thrice. We showed them we wanted to do a project on pollution control, on the ETPs and how we can automate it and what is the best technologies which could be adopted. The DST had a project. But the project could be assigned. We were willing to spend any amount of money till our budget was close to about 75 to 1 crore. That we would do that kind of money. But there were two conditions. One, the project would sit onto our premises. Every expenditure onto our premises is ours. We will even fund some of the other research which they will be willing to do. But their condition was the project would sit into their premises at the tech center. We said no, the project would sit into our premises. Any technology developed, any proprietary rights or something that you can have along with us. But that's not our platform, because we would like our problems to be sorted out. Our water, our things will not be there. This was one issue. Second issue was that there was another opportunity which came in. Then the condition for the funding of the project through DST to them, not to us, to them was their industry partner needs to have an recognized R&D status. For an MSME to have a recognized R&D status is not very easy. So we wanted to apply, we wanted to go ahead, but then we found that the expenditures there were slightly more than what we could afford. That's it. These are two separate issues not related with the industry.
It all depends on the scheme to scheme. In our scheme, we don't have any problem if you are demonstrating on industry side, and industry is bearing all the expenses. So naturally then you have to leave the plant there. But the IT goes with them and they are free to use because it's public money. So whatever knowledge they are generating out of it, they can use it to install anywhere. So for this iPhone platform also, we are telling the industry. So if government is investing, then you have to open your industry to anyone who wants to see this demonstration of this platform.
But then your question remains answered now. What you want, you get it. Now, what do you want to say?
That's it.
So which scheme you have explored up to?
So the IP rests with you,
yes,
and the plant rests with him.
Correct.
Right? He is spending all the money. So where is the issue?
सर वो तो बेसिकली एक ऑप्टिमल यूज ऑफ वाटर का था आई थिंक सॉल्यूशन तो उसमें कंडीशन यही थी कि कंपनी की जो R&D फैसिलिटी है वो DSIR अप्रूव होगी
करेक्ट DSIR
That is scheme specific, but
that is scheme specific.
So एक तरह का कुछ अगर आता है तो you bring it to my notice, I can do it.
Thank you. So we will sort it out for you, sir.
Ankush, yes, you do it.
We will sort it out for you, right? Now we have Sanjeev Singh with us, who I think has a great experience in actually implementing 4.0. Right? Can you share some thoughts? What were your problems? What did you solve? And what was your experience overall?
Thanks, Vijay, for putting me on the spot at the last minute. I'm Sanjeev, and we have a company in Mohali, Glad Electronics, and we have been working on Industry 4.0 for many years. In fact, even before the world was coined. We've been having our software on ERP. We started in 1987. That was again at least 6 years before the word ERP was coined. So we've been forerunners in ERP and also forerunners in Industry 4.0. I mean, internationally also. There will be very interesting questions which have been raised here in this forum. I'd just like to add to a few of those, or a few answers to them. One is like what Professor Vyas mentioned, that ERP is the basic requirement for the Industry 4.0 we established. Now there are two words which are being used in Industry 4.0 which are being used as synonyms. They are not exactly synonyms. One they call it as Industry 4.0 and one they call it Smart Manufacturing 4.0. The slight difference is that Smart Manufacturing 4.0 relates only to the manufacturing aspects, whereas Industry 4.0 takes care of all the processes in the business. It will be non-manufacturing processes, it will be related to quality, purchase, sales, internal logistics, external logistics, everything. Now, like what was mentioned earlier, that what is better? That is it easy to implement Industry 4.0 on an established software like SAP or Oracle or something? No, it's much more difficult. It's much more easier to have your own software and implement it onto that. Now, the software, because what is actually essential is, Industry 4.0 says that all your processes in the organization, manufacturing, non-manufacturing, it should be available in digital media on the cyberspace. You should be able to see everything happening on your mobile phone, on your laptop or a tablet regarding whatever activities happening in the company should be there, manufacturing or non-manufacturing. So, it's essential that for that you need to have a central database. You can't have a splintered database, one database coming from SAP, one from Oracle, one from your local this thing. It has to be one platform. And SAP or those providers will not be able to give you that one platform because they'll give you 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 modules, 10 functions in their thing. Whereas industry, you need at least 22, 24, 28 different modules to take care of all those things. And they have to be integrated seamlessly. So the flow of material, flow of information, physical flow, cyber flow all happens in a very seamless manner in real time and online. There are few essentials to that aspect of it. And otherwise, when another point was raised was about some sophisticated machinery being used in which all the data is localized, available, and you need to, somebody said you have some different codes to get data, we'll talk to the manufacturers to get it. No, I think we can just totally ignore that. Because we have to look at Industry 4.0 not as a huge picture or a very big picture, but look at it from the point of view of mission criticality. Look at what is critical to you, what is important to you, pick up only that information, only that data. If there is a machine which is doing a lot of sophisticated activities, they need a lot of programming, lot of data being captured, 10, 20, 30, 100 times. You don't need that data at your end. You might get only 2-3 data from that machine which is relevant to you. So you can add on sensors to that machine only for that data. The difference between Industry 3.0 and Industry 4.0 is that Industry 3.0 was also using computers, they were also in digitalization. It is only the flow of data which is coming through the internet to your device and going back, and machine to machine talking. There is a difference between Industry 4.0 and Industry 3.0. So if we are looking to understand what is the communication network being built in the company, what is the way the data is being stored, what data is being collected, the speed of data, compiling of data, analyzing the data, presenting it in a form which is easily understood by everybody, decision making on auto basis or by manual basis can know that data. That is what comprises of Industry 4.0. It's not a very difficult thing to do. It's not a very expensive thing also to do. And I think it is one thing which every industry should focus on and do it at a very fast pace. Because जो नहीं करेगा वो पीछे रह जाएगा. Thank you.
Thank you. Very insightful, very insightful. And I would just like to say that there will be many here who need your guidance.
Sure.
Very
That should be part of this whole program. So with these words, I would like to first of all thank our celebrity scientist, Professor Vyas. So who traveled all the way from transport is amongst us and is helping us on a regular basis now, from now onwards, to actually have, first of all, the model industry on 4.0, and then we will have lots of industry who will be adopting 4.0. And then we have Anita ji, then we have, who has also come travel from Delhi, and she always comes with good news, lots of money, lots of funds, and lots of good schemes. And we also have Professor Grover, Vice Chancellor, last Vice Chancellor. So we are proud that university ने इतना तरक्की कर लिया कि आज हम यहाँ बैठे हैं because the process that you started. And yes, and then Professor Manu Sharma, who has been instrumental in actually getting us all together. And now, on behalf of the whole group, I would like to thank CII also, who has actually devoted a lot of effort. A lot of people has actually worked to get it together. And all of you, the academicians, the scientists, the researchers on one hand, and the industry members on the other hand. Thank you everybody. And from now onwards, we are actually going into a new chapter of, industry which will be very smart. Thank you everybody.
Thank you everyone. Now in the adjacent hall we are going to start a session on NVH, noise, vibration and harshness. So all the people from auto sector, from Mahindra Swaraj, from Fleet Tractor, Indofarm, SML, Isuzu, Class Combine, they are requested to please come to the adjacent hall where we will now focus to meetings now for medical, engineering and agriculture. There are 3 groups on hall 2, second floor. Here only people who are interested in medical, engineering and agriculture, they can stay here only. For information technology and textile, they can go to the first floor. And for noise, vibration and harshness is the adjacent room wherein again the meeting will be chaired by Professor N.S. Vyas. So let us quickly move to the adjacent room, all those people who are interested in NVH.
So Professor Vyas will be posted. Khana
The instrumentation that is required for NVH measurements, and that can be a central facility, which can be, for example, accelerometer, then signal processing, charge amplifier, noise measurement instruments, strain gauging, etc. That can be in the form of some center which is who can be trained by Dr. Sharma himself is an expert in NVH. They can be trained and kept in that center for looking at issues which are common to most of them. So, instrumentation center plus design analysis center which is already there, I think.
डिजाइन एनालिसिस सेंटर से
अच्छा यहाँ नहीं
बैकपैक में बिल्कुल साथ ही है उसको।
तो मेरा ये सजेशन रहेगा कि यू काइंडली apply or formulate in consultation with everyone कि इंस्ट्रूमेंटेशन क्या चाहिए और डिजाइन एनालिसिस टूल्स क्या क्या चाहिए और मैन पावर क्या चाहिए। हाँ, तो वो DSC की फंडिंग इसको दी जा सकती है। चेम्बर तो ये लोग मेंटेन कर पाएंगे या नहीं कर पाएंगे यूनिवर्सिटी में, ये दैट इज एन इशू। एनेकॉइक चेम्बर बनाने का काम अगर आप ले रहे हैं तो वो भी हो सकता है। The remaining support can be provided by others.
by the center. But anechoic chamber, you can probably make it. That help can be provided. You can ask somebody to provide the help in building anechoic.
So because without that element, we will probably be able to address the vibration aspects, but to effectively address the noise aspect. Then the industry is point that came up during the last discussion with Professor Sharma, that if with the help of government funding as well as industry pooling in collective anechoic
CSI में नहीं है anechoic chamber.
CSI में सर anechoic chamber है पर छोटा है, वो इलेक्ट्रिकल और इलेक्ट्रॉनिक के हिसाब से इनमें तो बड़ा है.
Make a team from here itself, which can the team here is competent. That help can be provided on project to project basis. You can work out what best can be done, whether related to suspension, bearings, power also. We can find out people who can help you from the academy itself and wherever possible.
I can, if you share your details, I'll send you a picture. Yeah, sure, sir. I can even send you a sample. From here to here. So basically,
सबसे पक्षी पहली बार हुआ
This is the simplest of all applications. First of all, ये already 10 industries exist करती होंगी इंडिया में. अब जब उसका प्लांट सेटअप करना है, we have no knowledge on the subject. It is no innovation. It's an established industry already. What we want, anybody who can come forward, we actually have that we bring पैसा market. तो हमें कोई पूरा प्रोजेक्ट जो है वो एस्टैब्लिश करके लगा के simplest of all this thing, and we are not asking for any research oriented projects in this. I hope my problem statement is clear. Already existing, पर इतना बात नहीं है कि इसमें अगर हम मार्केटिंग के लिए हमारा मार्केट सर्वे क्या कहता है
So this is our project Smart Solar Tree. So this is a solar system, solar project that we installed in UIT campus in Punjab University. So what we have done here is we have made a solar tree which is run by the solar panels. So the solar energy is producing, and the people could sit around. They could charge their laptop, mobile phone, could work directly.
ऊपर को उड़ता है, लेंथ भी होती है ना।
इसका अगर आपको कोई ऑटोमेटिक सोल्यूशन दे दें तो चलेगा ना? डिजिटल सोल्यूशन दे दें तो हो जाएगा।
लेंथ ज़्यादा की वजह से अगर छोटा पीस हो तो